We talked about several aspects to think about when designing for social media, websites, mobile experiences, more, but what about static digital layouts like email campaigns, digital billboards, icons, PowerPoint slides, and ebook covers? All of these different items catch the user in a different situation. Digital billboards catch people driving fast in their cars, and they're distracted with a very limited focus. And the key to a solid digital billboard design and print billboards is to make something readable in 5 seconds. You can use simple backgrounds and graphics to make this process quick and easy for them. Avoid numbers. Not many people can write down phone numbers while they're driving, but they can remember a simple URL or website. What about ebook covers? Have you tried to find an ebook on Amazon lately? Do you know how many different book covers you looked at when trying to find a book? I suggest visiting Amazon.com and looking at the books or ebooks. Notice how quickly you scroll through these covers. Which covers catch your eye? Yellow bright covers? Ones with a compelling photo? We have to keep in mind where and how the viewer will first view our book cover. Complex themes are hard to digest, like they are when you can physically pick up a book at the bookstore, so digital covers tend to be more simple in nature. Are you noticing a theme with simplicity with digital design projects? I sure am. You have to think about your viewer's situation for each different digital project. For example, email campaigns. They can see this on their desktop computer and see a nice big high-resolution image, and that same email can be viewed on their mobile browser, and the image is tiny and has a low impact if it's too busy. We have to put ourselves in the viewer's shoes and test out our designs in different situations. Print design seems easy now, as there's just one final printed form to worry about. But with digital design, there's a mind shift that has to happen. We have to think about the many different devices people will view your content on. I have a little task for you. Study your inbox this month. Keep an eye out for email campaigns that grab your attention. Not just the graphic, but think about the whole thing, even the subject line of the email too. Sometimes graphics and arrows and even emojis can help it stand out in your inbox. As annoying as sometimes they seem, they are effective. What about a campaign drives you to click through? What is the main goal of any email campaign? It's driving users to that one goal. That could be to purchase a product or to get people excited about an upcoming service announcement. The ones I find most effective simplify the message as much as possible. Instead of talking about 2 main activities or 2 main events like an email newsletter would, they tend to be hyper-focused on that one user goal. They use one single image up top and very little body copy or text, but a large click-through button or a large call to action. Clients sometimes want you to talk about one big thing, but they tend to want you to also squeeze in a bunch of things already because you're sending out an email to all their contacts. They want to be efficient. But emails that convert the best have a single focus. Try to educate the client on this fact and practice it in our own campaign designs. Newsletters are a little bit different, and that's when it could be more elaborate with information. And this is with all things design, but be consistent with your branding and having connected digital campaigns. Also, with all of our digital projects, we need to maintain that brand consistency. You do not need to have each digital template be a cookie cutter, but make sure to use similar colors throughout your campaigns, as viewers may see your campaign in different places, slowly leading them to a funnel that will convert them over to a sale. For example, they could run across a Facebook ad. They sign up for more information and then they receive an email campaign. They could also see a display ad on a news website and then click over to a landing page. And then they click off. But then they're retargeted by a social media campaign on Instagram. Having consistent branding and colors can help them recognize the trail and further them down the process of the sales funnel. I wanted to make sure to mention grids. What is great about digital design projects is they can be similar in nature to print design projects, and the fact that they both can use the grid system to their benefit. Grids are fantastic guides that help us block out important content in our design. They can help us find the right placement of a face of the main part of a logo in a social media design, for example. They can provide guidance to working with complex web layouts and mobile app layouts. When you're dealing with digital products, you're also dealing with pixels. Sometimes it's nice to have a grid to know your margins are the same width on all sides, or the gutters between the columns of a website are even, or the buttons on a mobile app are lined up with similar spacing and alignment. There are a lot of different grid systems you can use in digital products. For example, mobile website layout has a standard 4-column grid, but a website can have a standard 12-column grid that can help you find the right spacing between photos, columns, and more. With app icon design, Apple created this wonderful grid based on the principles of the golden ratio. It helps us find out proper placement of elements to create compelling, easy-to-find app icons if used correctly. You can use a boxed or modular grid to help you block out an email campaign or an ebook cover to help you strike a balance between design elements. There's a lot to think about when designing digital projects, but in the end, some of the same basic design foundations like proper typography, photo, and layout ring true in the digital space as well. We have added elements to worry about now, like viewing size of a screen, the distance to a screen resolution, and how type is rendered on the screen. But in the end, it's those basic design principles that can help you create compelling digital projects. Now that we took some time to go deeper into strong digital design theory, let's tackle a lot of projects that are considered a big part of the digital design space, like social media campaigns, YouTube thumbnails, ebook covers, email campaigns, a mobile website layout, icon design, app icon design, Instagram post, and more. So let's go ahead and get started with some practical application.